Hello. So I'm making this video for some of my art friends that like to do art stuff. I had some questions about how I like draw on a tablet. So there's different like programs that you can use. You gotta make sure they're free programs where you don't have to spend like money unless you want to. So there's this app this is on my PC right now, but this is pretty similar to the app that I use on my phone. So the one on my PC, I have my drawing tablet attached, which my drawing tablet is called Wacom, WACOM. And what I do with that is I connect it to my PC. So, and then like my pen right now that's moving around, that's like my art pen turns into like my mouse type of thing, but that's on my like PC. So my phone, what I use on my phone is also like a free art app that I really like. It's called Ibis Paint X, IBIS Paint and then space X, and then it's like a picture. I'd have to show you what the picture looks like oops, I added too many layers. Let me let me increase the size of that. So the picture of that, oh please, what am I doing? Is this sideways? Is that what the issue is? Oh, is my hand pressing on it too much? Whoops. I don't know what I'm doing. All my cords are in the way. Sorry. You're gonna hear a lot of noise. I don't know why it's not letting me change the size here of the brush, because the brush is like usually it's not that complicated. Okay, I'm gonna have to use my mouse, I guess. That's weird. Usually I don't have to do that. I think I haven't used this in a while, so that's probably why. So anyway, the little icon on the phone is like this. I can't draw very well right now. I use my other tablet a lot where I look straight down. On my PC, I have to look forward and not look down where I'm writing, so I don't use my my PC very often, as you can tell, because I'm pressing a lot of buttons. But anyways, yeah, and it's slow. Why is it doing all that? Tablet, please. What the fuck? I promise I don't, Alright, this is gonna look rough, so I apologize. So this is like a white color. And then like, what is this, blue? Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with my pen. I think it's dying. I think that's what's going on. So anyway, this like right here is like a color wheel. It's like that. You know what? Why am I doing this? Hold on. I got an easier thing I have an easier way to do it. I don't know why I'm doing it complicated. Here it be. Let me do this. Okay, yeah, I see. Hit it, paste, web, I guess. So this is what the app icon looks on like the phone. This is what I use on my phone. I like my phone better than the PC, to be honest with you. And then it's like, oops, I forgot I was still blue. It's called I B I yeah, this glitches a lot. Why are you so glitchy? I don't understand. Is it because my mouse is plugged in still? Is that why you're mad? Art tablet? Paint? Yeah, X. I wonder if it's because my mouse is plugged in. Hold on. Let me just unplug it. Because I bet that's why it's being finicky. Anyways, I was trying to show why I like these art things, these art apps. One, they're free, so you shouldn't have to spend any money on them, which I really like. I know with the IBS Paint, the one on the phone, it will ask you if you want to spend money on it to have like more paintbrush options and like no ads, but I don't do any, like I keep what it gives me on there, to be honest with you, because you don't even have to have that many paintbrushes, because like on there you can have like why are you being complicated? Oh my god, there we go. Because on there you can have you can literally survive with just these two pens, like this dark one, which is your line work, and your shadow effect here. Oh, well, if I can get it to work. I'm not sure why it's being so finicky for me, but this is your shadow effect type of stuff. Usually that's not that crazy. You also can change the capacity too. Yeah, I usually use my mouse to help me change these up here. You can also type it in, I guess. It's whatever. So anyways, yeah, I play with this a lot. That's the issue. Like, I have to play with that a lot to show you what I'm talking about. But anyway, let's say here's a picture of like a heart. That's on one layer. So then like the layer below, like I want to color the heart, but I don't want to mess up my line work, so I can draw underneath. But okay, so now I have this heart here, but now if you, let's say you're trying to move your artwork, so where is it at? Is it this one? No, it's this one. So okay, so this one will move your artwork. So now you see that your color is not wanting to go with you. So what you do, you press back because you notice that your artwork's not connected. So we're gonna deselect what I had because it's not gonna let me fix it. So we're gonna that's not what I do. We're gonna merge the layers down. No, that's not it. Boy, if you don't let me merge these layers. Oh yeah, you can mess with everything else too on there. See, I'm so used to using my phone now. You can merge the layers, but let me plug in my mouse again. Maybe. I make this look a lot harder than what it actually is. That's why I don't usually teach when it comes to stuff like this. Because I make it look super complicated. You see, you can merge with the layer below, and you can also press Ctrl E on the computer. But okay, so now your picture's 1. So you know how we were moving it earlier and the color just didn't want to stay? Well, now it's there. And also, you see that little dot up there? You don't like that dot there, so we're gonna erase it. And now it's not going to bother us anymore. So now we have our heart here. Okay, so if the heart's in the way and you want to draw another picture, so you just do that, so you make it invisible, but you always have to remember to click back on it later. So now you're on a completely new layer, and now you want to draw something to go with the heart. So now you see how I'm zooming in and out? So this is why I mess with the brush size so much, because it helps me like make the art piece pretty much. Oh, we gotta go back to the color black. So I zoomed in because I want more room to draw, you know, I don't want my picture to take up the whole screen, which that's also not an issue either, because you can fix it with the graphic design. But if you notice like this, it's all blurry. That's because we're zoomed in so close. So we're zoomed in really, really far. So let's say we want to make like a little person real fast. Let's just make a little person. And we got to zoom out a little bit because we want to draw the hair for that little person. Let's draw the hair for them. And we can draw their body too. So we're gonna like move below it a little bit, and we're gonna draw the body now. So we can draw its little hands. And we're just gonna make a basic picture where it's not like super detailed, just so I can show you like how like the graphic drawings work. Stop it, I'm not even pressing you. I'm not even pressing you. So we'll just draw a little person. Oh no, I got a call. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. I had to take a call real fast, so I had to cut the video. I don't like how the person's body is looking, so I'm gonna fix that real fast. I don't like how that looks. You know what? This is fine. Right here is fine. We can work with this. So also, I drew this super fast compared to what I could have showed you. So, because we're drawing the person, but you know how like I did the little scribbly lines in the hair? So like, if you draw the person to the side here, so we'll go back to that person. So let's say you are drawing the person. Okay, and you have this perfect. Like, to you, this is perfect. This is what you wanted. This is how you want it to look. However, you have trouble drawing hair, or even like a hand or a finger or something. That's fine, because now this is its own layer. So we can draw the hair on a whole different layer. So we can do this, and we can make the hair real fast. We can make the hair however you like want the hair. It can be like a bowl cut, it could be round, it could be however you like it to be. We're gonna make her hair a little poofy. So I'm one of those people who like extra line work because I'm just a nerd like that. Some people don't like that extra line work there. If you do not like that extra line work, you can always go back to the layer where it's at, as long as you didn't redraw it like how I just did on the other layer. So you can start to erase that extra line work. And you see how I'm erasing it, but I'm not messing up the hair. That's because the hair's on a whole nother layer. So now I'm not messing up my hair at all. And now I want to add color. So let's say I want her hair to be blue. We're gonna color her hair real fast. See? So this layer underneath is gonna be the color layer. So now I'm not messing up my line work with the hair. I'm not messing up all that. The only thing I am trying not to do is I don't want to go into here. I don't want to go in this space. That's what we don't want to do. So that's what you really worry about, is if your colors end up lapping over into another color. So now now that that's finished, I kind of lapped the blue over there a little bit on accident into her face. So now we want to, if you want a different layer for the color, you can, because like, let's say, so let's say you're coloring her skin now. So if, I always like to do different layers, and this is why, because so I can color her, and then underneath, if I go outside the lines, it's fine. It won't mess up her hair. But this is because that layer is underneath the colored layer. So now if this, I'll show you. So if we put the skin color layer accidentally above, oh, why is it not letting me touch it? Oh, if we accidentally put the skin layer above the hair layer, well, now you see that it got onto the hair. And now we have to be more precise. We have to be super careful not to go outside the line. But if you have the colors layered, you won't have to worry about that as much. So like if you color in a certain like area, or like if you do the hair first, then you won't have to worry about underneath. So then now I won't have to completely rely on my line work. So then that's how I color it. So I'm gonna merge all of this because now this is a completed work of art that I wanted. So we're gonna merge the layer below. So now now she's completed. So we're gonna scroll out. Look how teeny that is. Let's say I don't like how teeny that is on this giant piece of paper that I just made, because I scrolled in too far and I did all this work and it's agitating me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna duplicate the layer first before anything else. So we made two. So here's one and here's two. So I'm gonna make one invisible. So, and the reason why I'm doing that is because now whenever I am experimenting with what I drew, and I did all of that work, so now I'm experimenting with it. I want it bigger, but I don't want to mess up the quality of the art piece, because if you go too big, if you see it starts to get blurry. And if it's too small, well, you can't see the artwork. So like, let's say this is too big, and well, you need it to where it's like good quality. So we're gonna scroll down to like this. And what we can do, because there's still a lot of line like paper there, you see? So we're gonna move this right here, and we're going to, what I have is a trim tool. So we're going to trim the canvas to this size. So we're going to trim to current image size. Actually, no, I lied. That's a lie. We're not going to do that. We're going to do this. Trim to current layer. Is that what it is? Maybe that's what it was. I think that's what it was. But it didn't do it correctly. It messed it up, so we can always go back. We have to worry about that. So we're just going to do this. Maybe I used the wrong tool. Yeah, I was using the wrong tool, my bad. So now we have the canvas at the size that will work for us. So now we can make her smaller, and then her quality will go up. So it's not as blurry. So that's really good. And then here's a heart. So to move the heart, we have to go to the layer that the heart is. So I have to make sure I click on that. And then now I'm gonna... Hello? Oh, what is this? Oh, is it because I didn't select? Hold on. Hold on. Oh, that's what it... Okay. So the reason why I did that is because it's not deselected, which I think is kind of dumb. So we have to deselect. Then we can go to this layer. Then we can move the heart around. I haven't used the PC Art Studio thing for a while, so I apologize. But yeah, here you go. Here's a little finished piece of artwork with how quick the layers were. I know this video didn't seem like it was very long, or it probably seems like the video was probably long, but it's hard to explain how I use a graphic tablet, and then I use it on my phone. My phone has like a stylus, so it clicks out this little pin, and then my phone screen, I have a similar, I have a similar, what is this doing? Hold on, sorry. I'm trying to fix this and then talk at the same time. There we go. So there, this is a finished piece. And then you can kind of, like, you can save it like that. It'll ask you if you want to save it, and, well, it's going to ask you to flatten it. Sometimes, so you see how these are, it really depends what type of art app you're using. Because if you start to flatten it, some of your hidden stuff, that even though it's like grayed out because you're not seeing it, it will save onto the layer below. Sometimes it'll do that. So I would show you that, but I'm pretty sure this one doesn't do it. The one on the PC won't do it. So like what I have, if I go to save as and then save it as like a PDF file or a PNG file, it'll save it as the picture. But like on my phone, these little grayed out ones over here in the corner, I have to individually cut them and delete them. So we'll cut layer. On here you have to cut it. On the phone there's like a little thing where it says you can throw it in like the trash bin or whatever. But all apps are different. I would recommend going to like finding free apps. And then I usually like try to go to reviews on stuff to see like what's safe to use and what's not safe to use. I learned that Krita is really good, but it is glitchy. If you have like a lot of work on the PC and you're using like the Krita app, I've heard people where they spent like hours on an art piece and days on one, and it will like freeze and like they'll lose most of the work that they just did. But I don't really hear much anymore about people having that issue that I know of. I haven't really heard much about it now as years had passed. But I remember whenever I was in high school, Corita was like the popular thing that everybody used for drawing, and it froze a lot back then, and it sucked because whenever you had like 5 to 10 hours worth of art on there and it would freeze, it would like corrupt the file that you were working on, which sucked. But it doesn't do it anymore, so I'm not trying to scare you away from that drawing app. But I know that the one on my phone works really well too, and I use it all the time, and I haven't heard anything bad about that one. But yes, this was just a quick video for some of my art friends on here that want to draw and like to draw, and I'm just trying to show some of the apps that I use and how I draw and how quick, because it looks like I draw really fast, and sometimes I guess I kind of am drawing a little fast, but then there's like a lot of layers to it as well. But yes, there you go. This is how I draw. Okay, bye.